So she ends up in this doctor downtown, and this doctor is prescribing her every milligram of morphine possible.
Wow, man.
Full scripts.
Why
Good for
morphine?
her.
I have no fucking clue.
Why would you pick morphine of all the scripts?
I'm not sure. So she's like, she shows me I got 5, 10, 20, 40, 80, and 100s.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
Whole scripts. And I'm like, I don't know anybody who takes morphine. Like, what am I supposed to do with it? She's like, you'll figure it out. Well, of course, a sample, we'll try it out. I can give it to my boss. And that starts a whole nother cycle.
The boss likes him?
Yeah, because they're strong too. And to the point to where she doesn't even want the small pills anymore.
Really?
Well, meanwhile, all this is going on. I'm still getting really, really good at my job. So she's sending me all over the country for work. Like I said, we had bases all over the Midwest. And I'm going filling in at bases, opening new bases, closing other bases. And I'm loving it. I travel for free. They're paying me per diem. I'm staying in these nice hotels.
Nice.
Free rental car.
Yeah.
So I'd work all day, jump in a rental car, go run around the city, go to bars, strip clubs, whatever.
Yeah. All right, we are back with another episode of Get a Grip Podcast. You might notice that Aaron is wearing a very nice crew neck.
Oh, this old thing?
The merch has arrived. We've got hoodies, we've got t-shirts, we've got crew necks, we've got your tumblers for your coffee, we've got your Stanley cups for all the ladies out there who, for some reason, obsess over these Stanley cups. We even have to go to the grocery store to save the environment.
Don't tell me you have the bag.
We got the bag.
What the hell?
You believe that?
No, I do now.
We got the bag.
Where can I find
So the merch is everywhere. It's linked on all of our profiles. Go check it out. Go buy something. Support the cause. Keep this thing going. And with that being said, we have Alex Butt with us today.
Alex Butt, what's up, brother?
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for coming.
That beard is...
Yeah, it's
How
nice.
do you line that thing up so well? How's it so even?
I got a good barber.
You stay on it.
I got a good
Is
barber,
that
and
like
I
a
try
once
to...
a week job?
Yeah, once a week,
Yeah.
and I try to keep up with it.
What's
10
it
days,
What's it
10
cost,
days.
like, per visit? Just to trim it up?
Shit. Well, my barber, he comes to me at work. He cuts my hair in my
man.
office. I usually, I don't know, $40, $50 a week.
Damn, just to line it up every week.
Well, my haircut too.
Oh, okay,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
My
He's
hair-
a good friend too, so I try to help him out.
That's cool. Damn.
Yeah, 10 days is normally my number too. I try to make it so you can't tell that I ever get a
Every 10 days you
haircut.
get a haircut, bro?
Yeah,
Mine's about every 7, but
yeah.
Bro,
I think I work in an office setting too. You
3
know, I wear a
months
hat all
without
the
a
damn
haircut.
time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Good for you, fellas.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what
we
success
try.
looks like.
We try.
You can always tell a man's success by
try.
the shape of his hair. Yeah.
Let's get into your story here. Where were you born and raised?
Here, West Side, Columbus, Ohio.
West
Born
Side,
At,
West Up or Vest Up, baby.
Yeah.
Hilltop.
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 Born at Mount Carmel West, 1984.
Okay.
Mom and dad were together and married at the time. Originally, when I was born, they had an apartment kind of over by Briggs High School, just starting out, like trying to get shit together. From what I've heard, it was okay for the most part. My mom actually got sober when she found out she was pregnant for me.
Okay.
So
she
she's been sober my entire life.
So
Damn.
she's
So 41
She
years.
is alcoholic.
Yes.
Damn.
41.
41
Can you
years.
pull the mic a little closer?
Jeez,
Yeah.
almighty.
Yeah.
You're good.
So she full-blown alcoholic, nothing else?
Well, she partied too.
Okay, well,
Like
she completely
I think
stopped.
Quaaludes, Soapers, all that shit back in the.
Back in the good old
Quaaludes.
days,
Yeah.
man.
So I've heard all kinds of crazy stories.
Damn.
But
Good for her.
so funny that when she got out of treatment, she was living with her sister in the same apartment complex and went to the swimming pool like the first day out of
Straight
treatment
out of treatment.
and met my dad
Wow.
at the
Really?
swimming pool. And of course, my dad is full blown in his partying days.
Oh.
Kind of ixnay for what my mother was going
yeah.
for,
Yeah.
but
Wow.
it was funny because we had a story about my dad had a necklace with a heart on it or something, and my mom said something about, oh, you got a heart on, and he thought she said hard on.
He's like, what?
So I guess that
what?
cracked the
And
ice.
he's at the pool too.
Yeah, but I guess they moved real fast. Got together, and he ended up staying with her, moving in with her. But he was still drinking and partying pretty heavy.
Yeah, how'd she take that?
Not too good. I think they argued and fought about it a lot. I think their first date they went out there. I guess there was a diner down South High Street that they went out to eat at their first date. And of course, my dad's drunk or had been drinking, and she's sober, and he grabbed the waitress' ass. My mom cold cocked him.
Dad, what
So
is
that's
wrong with it,
that's just
man?
how my dad is. He's just, I mean,
Wow.
a flirt and just fucks with a lot of people. But,
Damn.
Aggressive.
yeah, but I guess from the most part, it seemed okay. Dad didn't stop or slow up at all. I remember one of the first big stories I kind of heard as a baby. I got a hold of a ball of Coke when I was like a toddler or something, and they were looking. My dad was looking for the bag, and I had like the bag in my mouth. And
Oh,
Holy
damn.
shit.
you were doomed from Jump Street,
I
brother.
guess.
Jeez.
so them both being alcoholics, and
Yeah,
doing
you could have
drugs.
died. You could have died right there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I guess I made it.
Wow.
Yeah, guess so.
But as it went on, she had my brother. He's a year and a half younger than me. Got out of the apartment, moved into like a half double on the west side. Mom's still sober, working, and Dad just had no plans on pumping the brakes whatsoever. He just kept drinking and partying, kind of jumping job to job, which was frustrating Mom and shit. And a lot of times he would tell her he's going fishing. He'd be gone for days. Same old story, everybody hears the shit. But I guess she stuck with it for quite a long time. I think we moved out of that half double into a house, I think when I was about 6 or 7. And my mom's brother ended up giving him a pretty good paying job at a construction company. And he was starting to get his shit together.
Okay.
Which my grandma and grandpa were kind of well off and always helped him. So he really didn't have a big reason, besides the kids and wanting to work, but they always bailed him out.
The consequences
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
So they
You always
bailed
had
him
a way
out.
out, man.
They bailed him out any chance. And I've heard all kinds of crazy stories when he was younger, drinking and partying. I guess grandma and grandpa had went out of town to Florida, and he had stole the car. One time wrecked the car. Another time was fucked up drunk, going down the one way, skipped like 8 cars.
Damn.
Cop finally caught up to him, went to pull him out of the car, and it was a woman cop, and he fucking punched her.
Wow, Dad is
Yeah.
got no.
He is wild. No
But-
chill.
But, and the funny thing about that, he was facing all kinds of charges, and I guess he was scared. This is when, I think this was right before him and my mom got together, maybe. And facing a lot of charges, possibly prison time or something.
I would imagine.
Well, my grandma comes from like a horse background, like jockey horse racing background.
Ah.
And she actually retired from the Ohio Racing Commission for horse racing. But so another good story too is they used to go to Saddle Downs all the time because she liked to watch the horse races. I think my grandfather would gamble, and my dad would drink and gamble or whatever. But I guess a good friend of hers was an important judge downtown, and she had gave a great horse tip to him, and he won a shit ton of money.
Oh,
So this judge apparently got my dad out of all those charges.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think that was like a little bit before him and Mom got together.
Damn, Dad.
Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah, he was a wild guy.
So you got some alcoholic blood in your genes.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
My grandmother's from Ireland, so I got Irish in me.
That helps.
You are
Yeah.
doomed, brother.
Let's see what else. So moved in the house, and Dad had a good job, but more money means more time to play or
Yeah.
more money to play
More
with.
problems.
And after, not too long after, I think Mom had enough. They were arguing and fighting a lot because him drinking, and I think one time he offered her a Valium because she had asthma. She'd get real upset with him when they'd argue and fight, and he offered her a Valium or something, and she just had enough because she was sober, and ended up leaving, and then got us from school one day and took us and left, and we moved in with my uncle out in Powell.
Mm.
So that was kind of rough for us. That was about, I think we were 8 maybe.
I was thinking that might be
8-ish.
kind of nice for
I'd
you.
say it's nice. Way better part of
Yeah,
town, right?
pal.
Oh yeah. Well, yes. So my uncle, he did well for himself. He worked for Conrail, the railroad company.
Okay.
So he made real good money. He bought the house out there, I think on Sawmill Road, right by Powell, for
Brother.
a decent price back then. I mean, shit, this was early '90s maybe, and I think it's worth a shit ton now.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
gotta
it's
be.
gotta
Man.
be.
But yeah, he's redone it. But quick story about that. He did electrical work, I think, for the railroad. Was up on a pole or something, and actually got electrocuted and fell off the telephone pole.
Mm.
So I think that was a whole lawsuit too.
What happened to him? What were the consequences from that? I mean,
He lost his middle finger on one hand where the electric went through and fell off the telephone pole, and he was pretty banged up. But
I bet.
Damn.
well, we lived up there. Me and my brother lived up in that area. That was so long ago. I would say roughly 6 months or so. At the time, we were playing Little League baseball over here in Valley View. And it was difficult I know it was difficult for my mom, kind of being a single mom. She wasn't making much money. I think she had just got hired on working in the cafeteria at Westmore Middle School. I don't know if you guys know where that's at. But just going back and forth, and not much money and trying to take care of us.
Where are you going to school out there in Powell?
No, we were still, at the time, we were going to school at Georgian Heights, which is over kind of, I don't know how to describe it, like southwest, kind of like between Sullivan, Georgesville area or whatnot.
Okay, so it's still out west.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like alternative school. It was a good school. I mean, good education. And then somehow, I think one Saturday, like I said, we were in Little League baseball and went to a baseball game. And one Saturday after the game, Dad just took us
Wow.
and
Just
said he's not fucking giving us back.
Came and got you.
Well, he was a coach too. So, but after the game, he said, just get in the truck. You guys ain't going back.
Wait, so does mom have custody, legal custody at this
Well,
point?
at the time, they're still married but separated.
But there was
damn.
no custody laid
No,
out.
none of that was in place yet. So technically,
Okay.
just separated.
So really, nothing could be done.
No, nothing.
What do you think
nothing yet.
Dad's motive was? Because like he's got off pretty sweet. Like you go party and
I would say a few reasons. I know he loved us boys. I mean,
Yeah.
he even though he drank, he was a good dad. Played football with us, basketball. Build tree house. He was
Yeah.
a great dad.
Yeah.
He just liked to drink and party and shit.
yeah.
So he ended up. I know he loved us, but also I think some of it was probably vindictive towards my mother.
Okay.
For leaving.
Yeah.
And I think he, had a lot of insecurities and think it's because she was fucking around or whoever. I mean, everybody's can have their reasons, I guess. But
So does he bring you back to the west side?
yeah. So we go back with Dad. Still the same situation. Well, Dad had that pretty good job now, so it was difficult for him to get us back and forth to school. So my grandmother and grandfather, his mom and dad, they were retired. My grandfather retired from AEP, and she retired from the Ohio Racing Commission. So they were.
So everybody doing all right.
Yeah, she was doing all right, and they were taking us back and forth to school, and so the whole divorce and custody battle shit starts. Well, Mom isn't making very much money to get a good attorney. I think her brother tried to help. At the time, I don't know if it's the same Dave Yost or not. I think he was out in like Delaware or something. I don't know if he works downtown now doing something.
That
for
name
That
sounds
does
familiar.
see it
Yeah.
on signs.
Yeah.
I think he represented her, but with my grandparents' money, they hired him a retired judge.
Your dad.
Yeah.
Damn. So it's not a
So that was not
no
fair.
contest
Yeah,
there.
it wasn't fair. We had to go to fucking, divorce counseling or for kids and shit. And I remember I fucking hated it.
Well, they ask you like, who would you rather be
Yeah,
with? Why?
that just
Who do you love
pressuring because they
more?
wanted to know answers. Like, what's going on? Is there problems at home? Problems with this
Right.
person? Who do you want to live with? And, us, I don't know, can't speak for every boy, but most boys want to be with their
With
dad.
their dad,
Yeah.
yeah.
And, I mean, that's truly what we wanted at the time because we loved our mom. She was a great, great mother. But just wanted to be close to Dad.
And Dad's probably the fun one, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the
Oh,
cool
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know it was hard, very, very hard on Mom. Mom, not too much longer. It was difficult being out of my uncle's house too because he wasn't like uppity, stuck up, but he had money and stuff, had a nice house, and we were staying down in the basement. And I remember one time me and my brothers down there just fucking around with shit and had this big, nice stereo, and I'm over there pushing buttons trying to figure out how to turn it on. Shit, well, I cranked the fucking volume all the way up,
Oh,
turn it on, and it
House.
sounded like a freight train came through the house,
Shook
and I blew
the
all the
house.
speakers.
Blew the
Ooh,
speakers.
you fucked
So,
the speakers
just
up.
one thing after another, it was just getting kind of hard for my uncle to continue to let
Yeah.
her and us live there, but she ended up moving out, got an like Section 8 apartment, I guess, or
Yeah.
whatever. In
Government
Wildwood,
assisted,
Wildwood
whatever.
Apartments, if anybody knows
man,
where that
poor
is.
mom. And she stayed sober.
Wait,
through
is
all that?
Wildwood Section 8?
I believe so.
Is it really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I did not know
Good
that.
for mom.
But she got her own apartment and still working. And we would go see mom. I think it was like back then every other Thursday, or every Thursday and every other weekend. Which at first we were bitching because all of our friends, were in our neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And then have to go to mom's where we don't know anybody.
You guys
But
probably
it ended up it being cool as fuck because it was like the hood outside of the hood.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to play football, playing
Well, there
Get
was
crawled
there used
ass
to be
out
a
of the creek.
school right
North
there
Franklin.
on
North
that
Frank-
corner.
North Franklin was right before then.
Yeah.
They tore that down.
Yeah.
I gotta ask too. So your
Yeah.
last name is Butt, right?
Yes, sir.
Was that miserable in like growing
You
up?
know what? From as far back as I can remember, when I was young, like say kindergarten or first, I don't remember it being a huge deal. But back then I was short.
Yeah.
I've always been, even when I graduated high school, I was only 5'9". I'm 6 foot now, but I was always like the short kid. And then with the last name, but people would fuck with me. But it wasn't too long before I figured out
Yeah.
how to fight, and
Yeah,
I'm
whoop
very
their
good
ass.
I'm very
Fucking-
good at cracking jokes back. So.
I'll hit you and
Yeah.
you won't say that
Yeah.
again.
But I think I had an anger problem. I don't know where that developed from, but I had an anger problem early, and I'm not sure where. But
Oh, you're getting pulled back and forth.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're all
Parents
over
are-
the
yeah.
place.
and the shitty part, I used to take a lot of it out on my little brother,
Um,
bullying him and stuff. But I mean, I can't say that we had a horrible childhood because I mean, we played little league sports, of course, around Dad and his shenanigans and drinking and stuff, and then
So the scene was set
yeah.
for you to eventually divulge in
Because back then it just
just what it was.
what Dad was doing, and then of course we look up to Dad, and it just seems cool.
It's normal.
You know,
This is normal.
Dad's making good money, and he's buying
he's
us
doing all right. Yeah.
all the new shoes
Why
and
not?
clothes, and so it it just looks, you're gonna idolize your father to an extent anyway, and then the drinking and partying comes along. Well, as it further progressed with the divorce and everything, I think, I don't want to say he tried to stalk my mom, but he wanted to make sure she didn't have anybody else.
So no other boyfriends.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
And I heard crazy stories about a neighbor, in the apartment complex. He thought she was dating and ripping her screen door or his screen door off, her mailbox, and just he didn't want mom to be with anybody. And I think mom was just done because she knew he wasn't going to stop drinking and partying. And I know she loved my dad, but it just wasn't good. I think good for her sobriety. So he just continued, and I think he just took the party into extra levels. I remember, like, school nights, he'd be out at the bar and come home. Sometimes different people from the bar coming back, and they're staying up
Damn.
late partying, and
Damn.
blasting music and shit.
You guys are trying to sleep upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Oh man.
So, I mean, it was the party after the party,
Yeah.
and that went on for a while. But he was still managing work and doing all right. We moved into another house around the corner. And about this time, we're early teenagers. He did have an offer for a better position where we were going to move, I think, Westerville, Worthington or something, which me and my brother begged him no. And now I regret it because I really wish we would have made that
Yeah.
step. Because
Could've made a
we
big-
both played basketball.
Yeah, dude.
And I really wish that we wouldn't. I mean, I probably could have.
Could have made a big difference.
Yeah,
Could have done
big difference.
something. Yeah.
Sports or education.
Are you guys doing good in school? Like you're doing
Yeah,
okay in
I
school?
I was always A's and B's. My brother also.
Oh yeah, you would have had you go to Worthington or something like that, and you cut doors open.
Oh, I know.
Left and right.
Looking back on it now, I kind of regret it, but I mean, it is what it is.
It is what-
Made
yeah.
me who I am today.
Yeah.
But being about a teenager, I started high school, West High School. Well, actually, right at the end of middle school, beginning of high school, my very last day of school in middle school, I got expelled. I don't know
On the
who gets
last day of
expelled on their
school?
last fucking day of school. Yeah.
Damn, bud.
So I had this kind of chunky, nerdy friend at the time. We were like best buds because we drew and did artwork and shit, and he didn't have a lot of friends. But in art class, we had a project where you could make walking sticks. We went out to the woods, picked up sticks, and painted them and designed them and shit. Well, he shaped the bottom of his into a point. So the last day of school, you got to take your sticks home. He's walking, the fucking security guard sees him, snatches it from him. And me, you know, I'm not a big guy or anything like
Yeah.
that, but I feel like he's picking on my buddy who just spent all this time on this
Yeah.
walking
Making this
stick he's
stick.
proud of.
And he's on the way home with it.
Yeah. So I end up getting into it with security guard,
Oh, bud.
like trying to get it from him or something, and security guard goes overboard, like throws me down on my face, hand behind my back, put his knee in my back, all this shit.
Damn.
Takes me into the office. Like, school's already out.
Is
It's
this
the last
even a
day.
cop or is it just
No,
like a
just
top
like
flight
schools.
security?
Yeah, top flight security of the world, Craig.
Damn, bud.
Mall cop.
Wow.
So I get in the office. I remember I called Dad. I'll be there. I mean, fucking
Oh,
like
fuck.
7-8 minutes. He goes in there, walks in the office, clears the fucking desk, all the paperwork on the desk,
Damn,
tries to
man.
beat his fucking ass. But still got me expelled.
What's that look like though? Like you're going to a different school tonight. It doesn't carry over, right?
So I was supposed to go from Westmore Middle School to West High School,
Yeah.
but because I got expelled, we had to have a hearing down to Columbus Public Schools and all this
Wow.
bullshit. And they said, well, you're expelled. You can't go to West High School for 9 weeks. You have to go, at this time it was called North Adult.
That just sounds like
Anybody who gets
yeah.
expelled. I mean, I was in there with people
Yeah, it
who
doesn't
took guns
sound-
to school,
Yeah,
knives,
sounds
stabbed
sketch,
people,
bro.
Doesn't sound
all
fun.
that shit. So it was me, you know,
Basically a good kid.
yeah, 14 years old, and then I'm around all these fucking crazy guys. It was an experience for
I
sure.
bet,
bet.
bud.
And especially, it sucked too because I had to catch the fucking bus in front of West High School
Watching all your
and
friends
picking up
going
all
to
these
school.
crazy kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
while you get down to the
And then it seemed like a
wow.
halfway house or
Like
something almost.
juvie
It
or
was
a halfway house.
They
it was
they wilding
crazy.
out in there in school.
Yeah, there were some people that there just was no getting through to. They just
They didn't give a fuck.
hated authority, didn't give a fuck about school.
I couldn't be a teacher at one of the places, bro. What they
No.
put up with.
They
God,
had
no.
they had some good staff that got through to some guys, but some of them I just think there was no help.
Yeah,
you
you
know what I
can't
mean?
do.
Nothing you can do for them.
So you did the full 9 weeks there.
Yeah, I did the 9 weeks, and finally I was up, and I couldn't wait to go to West because that's where all my friends were going, and I just was excited. So started back in high school was just like eye opening. Like it was a whole different world coming
Yeah.
from like a small middle school to a big high school.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I ended up playing freshman basketball. That was fun. Got to meet a lot of friends. I've always been pretty popular, I guess, and having a lot of friends too. And Dad, growing up with me and my brother, Dad would always let all of our friends stay all night, like all the time.
Cool, Dad.
Yeah, cool Dad. Partly like wanted us to have fun, and we had the cool house, you know, the basketball court and
Yeah.
everything to do. So all
Yeah.
the kids wanted to come to our house. And Dad never cared about having everybody stay all night. He
I was-
knew we were there and knew we were safe. Even though he was drinking or partying or whatever, he was semi-strict on us, you
Yeah.
know.
I was gonna say, did that turn into the party house eventually?
Not for us.
No.
Well, party for us as far as having people over and playing
Right,
video
right,
games,
right.
shooting
Yeah,
pool
yeah.
and
Yep.
shit like that. But absolutely, he would not fuck around there.
No
like,
drinking.
no
no
drinking,
smoking.
nothing.
Damn.
I mean, I think the first time I ever had to drink a beer is when he took me fishing when we were little kids. I think I was the only one with him. It was him and my uncle, and I'm eating a bag of barbecue chips in the backseat of the pickup truck, and I start choking, and of course they're drinking
He's like,
beer.
here, try this.
Yeah, that was my first
Wash it
beer.
down with this. Damn, bud.
But yeah, even in high school, him drinking and shit, we just knew better. I mean, because we knew he'd fuck us up.
Was it like just like beat the shit? Not beat the shit out of you, but like punish you?
Yeah,
physically, or
somewhat
like,
punished, like grounded or something. But depending, you know, maybe if he had enough to drink, he would. I got the worst of it, I guess, because he would fuck me up.
Are you oldest?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
he would fuck me up, and especially having a little brother. If we got into some trouble or stayed out too late or something like that,
You're
Like,
you're
you're
getting
the
it.
I'm
fall
getting
guy,
it. You know, I
yeah.
said if I fuck up, I'm getting my ass whooped. If my brother fucks up, I'm getting my ass whooped.
yeah.
That
Taking
type
it
of
for
shit.
the both of
Perfect.
yous.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I don't think I tried to. I had a conversation with my brother the other day, and I said, I don't really think I tried to push the line. He said, shit, you were always sneaking around or doing something. Mainly it was with girls.
Yeah.
I just knew I was scared to death of, like, trying to drink or smoke. And I remember being pissed because I always felt left out because all the cool kids were going to do shit like that.
Yep.
But, I mean, I'm thankful for it now.
So did you skate by high school without
Yep.
partying?
Up
Damn,
until
brother.
about, I think it was senior year. I got with my son's mother. We actually used to go to, I don't know if are you guys West Side guys at all?
I've dabbled.
Back in the day, did you ever heard of a club called Fat Jack's over
I
on
remember,
Sullivan?
yeah, I remember Fat Jack.
Well, they had fucking teen night
Teen
on
night, yeah,
Sunday
teen
nights.
night, bud. Yep.
And we used to
Okay.
go in there, me and my buddies go in there every Sunday, dance. I mean, there was no alcohol or anything, but
Right.
it was just like a bar or a club scene. We loved it.
Yeah.
And run into it's my son's mother now, but met her in there and we started dating. And she had drank before, you know, not a big drinker, but she would party with her friends a little bit. So me being 17 with a car, she hanging out Friday night, Saturday night, she wants to go hang with the people who are drinking. So at first, you know, I would just hang out because I was still kind of scared living in my dad's house. But it wasn't for too long. I'm like, all right, let me start drinking with
give
you.
it a shot.
Yeah. I think she was full-blown alcoholic from the beginning, too, because
Damn.
when she would drink, almost every time she'd fucking black out. Every time, from young age. Got in trouble a few times for staying out late, you know, drinking. He didn't know. That went on. I still graduated, did all right. I had a scholarship to CCAD, Columbus College of Art and Design.
Yep.
I was on plan. I still had my head on straight for the most part. Graduated, started at CCAD. I was working part-time at Big Bear grocery stores. They don't have them
Oh
anymore.
yeah, Big Bear.
Yep.
But fucking art school, man. I was going from 7 in the morning till 7 at night,
Damn.
Monday
bud.
through Friday.
That's insane.
And art school is different than like regular college
Yeah.
because you can write a paper or do some shit on the computer. Where art school, everything's a fucking project that you
Yeah.
have to do.
Yeah.
You know, it takes days, and then
Yeah.
constantly trying to catch up or keep up with the schoolwork was like it just seemed impossible.
You don't live on
That's
campus
hard.
down there, right?
No, at the time I was living. So when I thought I was too big for my britches, once I turned 18, me
Oh,
and Dad
shit.
bumped heads.
Oh man. So
And
I'm
just-
a man now, Dad.
Yeah, that conversation. He says, "Get the fuck out." So moved in with Mom, and was going to school. I lived in her basement. Was going to school, 7 to 7, and then getting off at 7, trying to work at night
Bro.
part time,
Damn.
doing it over and over
Damn.
again.
It's a
And then
lot.
on the weekends, trying to run around with my
The
girl
girl,
and
yeah.
party. It was just too much.
Damn.
So I ended up saying fuck school, let that go, and then that turned into partying a lot more, like
Your time
Every
your schedule is
Friday.
opened up now.
oh yeah, every Friday and Saturday.
What are we dabbling in?
Just alcohol at the moment. I mean, we were still. I think after I first, you know, the typical first drinks was, you know, Boone's Farm, MD 2020, that type of bullshit.
Yep.
Then graduated to I think it was like E and J and Paul Masson.
Still
That
terrible.
well, so about this time I would party with her and her friends because they were the ones drinking. Few of my friends really weren't drinking that much, but it wasn't long before she wanted to hang out with her friends on her own, and I kind of found a crowd to drink and party with too. So I don't know what year about this is. Probably 2003, 2004, or something like that. You guys heard of Club Big Easy that was out on Bryce
Big
Road?
Easy, yeah. I used to live right down the street, bud.
Started going out there because that's where everybody was going. And the guys I was hanging with, besides, they were, of course, drinking beer, and they loved Crown Royal and purple footballs.
Oh yeah.
Here
So,
we go.
Yeah. So this starts getting interesting. I'm used to drinking, you know, and now instead of drinking the light shit, I got a taste for beer, which beer was my dad's shit, even though I never drank it when I was living with him. But once I got started with beer, I had loved the taste of beer and the feeling.
Man.
So, you know, case of fucking Budweiser and a fifth of Crown Royal.
Feeling all right?
Yeah, get started and go to Big Easy, and Then they convinced me to here take a football or two. Or this.
Oh
It's
boy.
like, Xanax
It's a bad
and,
mix.
Xanax and
Yeah.
booze, yeah.
So about this time, me and her still together somewhat. Let's see. I think one night I went out without her. There was another club. I used to go out a lot. Another club down on campus called, I think it was called Old School, over by like I think it was by Lane and High or some shit. But me and my buddy went there, and I think I definitely Budweiser and Crown Royal, a couple footballs. But somehow we left, and I remember leaving the bar, and then the next thing I remember, we're on the side of the fucking road, and I don't know how. Oh, and mind you, girlfriend's pregnant with my son now, so she's at home. I have to call her to come get me.
You're on the side of the road with the police.
Not yet, but
Okay.
fucked the car up. She came and got us. I left the car.
Oh, was it your car?
Yeah,
Oh,
left the car. Ended up getting it towed. At the time, I'm no longer working at the grocery store. I was Walmart in Georgesville. I worked in the automotive department.
Okay.
They had just opened that Walmart out there.
Okay.
You don't know what you did to the car?
I think I clipped the guardrail or something.
Okay.
But fucking bumper was fucked up, blew the tire, all that.
Xanax.
Luckily, I worked
That's
at
what happens
Walmart.
when
Yeah,
you drive on
look like
fucking
the
Xanax and
automotive,
Oh
drink.
yeah, because I didn't remember shit.
Yeah.
Like I didn't remember leaving or nothing. That was my first taste, I think, of like a blackout.
Yeah.
We got the car fixed and blew it off. Like just not
bit
still too
rough
young,
night.
not thinking like
Yeah.
oh something to worry about.
Sure.
That carried on for a while, drinking, partying, Xanax. So I'm working at Walmart, Tire Lube Express, just partying. Friday, mainly back then it was just Fridays and Saturdays, weekend warrior shit. So in Walmart, I don't know if you ever got your oil changed there or nothing or anything, but they'll have a greeter, like a woman or somebody who
Yeah.
can take your information, get
Yeah.
you set up. Well, there was this older woman, about my mom's age, I would think, and she was just real nice and sweet to me. And she's like, "Oh, you remind me of my son. My son's about your age and this and that," and we got pretty close. But then she started asking me, "Can you get me some weed?" All right. Yeah, I could probably get you some weed. And that happened a couple of times. Then she, "Can you get me some pills?" Yeah, I can get you some pills. So that started a whole new adventure. Getting her shit all the time.
What's she getting? Like pain
At
pills?
this time, this is shit. 04, 05.
It's like Vikes and Perks.
Vikes and Perks 5s, 10s, M5, shit like that. Which, between all the people I know from the West Side and shit, I had
Yeah.
access
Come
to
up
them.
with that, yeah.
Yeah. Plus the pills were just
Dirt cheap back
everywhere,
then.
Cheap as hell.
Starting off, I'm getting what, like $2
Wow.
$2 a piece, selling her 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Making a little bit extra money, and she's happy.
Yeah.
You dabbling in them at all?
At the time, no, it was just the Xanax, but I kind of slowed down on the Xanax because just having a few blackouts.
Yeah.
And then one night, waking up in bed with a girl who is not my son's mother, and she's on the way to come pick me up.
The son's
Just take
mother.
off walking down the road. That
Brother.
was yeah. So I kind of chilled out on the Xanax for a while.
Damn.
But I'm selling the lady Vikes and Perks and weed and shit, and she told me a story. She said, "I used to work for an airline over at the airport, and you're such a hard worker. If I ever get my job back, I'd love to have you come work for me." I've heard that. Everybody hears that fucking story. Like,
Sure.
well, still working and selling her shit here and there. One day she just disappears, doesn't come back to work. I'm like, oh, well, what the fuck? First I'm concerned, like, is everything all right?
Yeah. Where is she?
And then, okay, there goes some extra
Yeah,
money.
there's my side
Yep.
hustle.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, well, fuck it. And I still had a couple other people I would kind of dibble and dabble with or whatnot. About 3-4 weeks go by, and she pops up at Walmart. She said, "I got my job back."
Oh, man.
I said, "Oh, yeah?" She said, "Here, go online, fill out this application, and I'll make sure you get hired." All right. So
Sweet.
do that shit. I get a phone call because the airline's corporate office was in Indianapolis.
Okay.
So they kind of did like an online or over the phone interview thing. It's okay. Well, we'd like to hire you. We're going to FedEx overnight you a plane ticket to come to our corporate headquarters for orientation.
Damn, bro.
Nice.
Now, I hadn't flown on a plane for probably when I was younger, But just it was like wham bam.
Yeah, now you're going for orientation.
Yeah,
on
so
a
I'm
plane.
like, fuck. So it shows up in the mail, and I'm nervous, like, well, what the fuck do I do? But I know it's a good opportunity.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck it. So pack my shit, fly to Indianapolis, do the orientation, come back. Well, she was a parts manager for a regional airline at the airport.
Okay.
So I get hired on, get trained and do everything, and I think, not being cocky or egotistical, but almost everything I've been hired or wanted to do, I've been pretty good at.
Been good at it.
So I, like, from jump, got really, really good at it.
What were you doing?
I was like a parts clerk. So we worked in a aircraft hangar. And there was probably 40, 50 aircraft mechanics out in the hangar working on the planes, and we were just in charge of getting the parts to them.
Oh, okay.
And we also had bases all over the Midwest that did similar things, so we would ship parts and shit like that.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah, real good job. And we got to fly for free anywhere we wanted. So,
That's sick.
Bro, that's right there. Yeah.
That's sick.
so everything's going good. My son's born March 3rd, 2005. That was a life-changing experience, just to have my son come into the world. Me and his mom is still together at this point. She ended up moving to a Section 8 apartment, Leonard Green, if anybody knows what that is. So I'm still selling pills to my boss, and then living in the Section 8 apartment, and that was a whole nother. So besides making good money at the airport, making good money for my boss on the side, and then in the
Ain't
neighborhood,
Nothing in rent.
nothing in rent. And then in the neighborhood, the Section 8 neighborhood, there's a lot of people
Oh,
on pills.
yeah.
So it was just,
Gold mine.
yeah.
The hustle
yeah.
game was strong.
Gold
Yeah,
mine.
and I worked like a swing shift, 3 on, 4 off, 4 on, 3
Oh,
off.
bud. Yeah, that's
And it was
great.
weekends that I was off. So it was nothing but hustling and going to the bars and partying and shit like that. Now, this time I'm still drinking. I left the Xanax alone. But still drinking, and I'm just selling bikes and perks like fucking crazy. After my son was born, my baby mom starts dabbling in the bikes
Ooh.
and the perks and shit. And I'd have them, and still being kind of naive because I hadn't taken any or whatever.
Yeah.
Being naive, if I got a couple scripts, I'm throwing her here, a couple there. Not thinking that the problem was going
It's gonna evolve.
to,
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
And like I said, we would still try to do things on the weekend. I tried to drink with her on my off days and stuff like that, but we just never had fun when we drank. Like, she was one of those girls that either wanted to fist fight or cry her eyeballs out every time she drank. And I'm wanting to have a good time, you know?
Yeah.
So we started bumping heads on that. She would do her thing separately, and I'd start going out on my own, plus trying to make some money and not being happy, finding other girls or fucking around. And she knew it or had an idea, so that didn't work out too good. My son was about 6 months old, and maybe not even 6 months old, but she's like, let's try to go out this Saturday. But I'm going to go out with my friends and come home, and then you can go out with your friends, like kind of trade
Yeah.
my son off. I'm like, okay. She goes out, comes back, and looks trashed. And I'm like, well, I'm thinking she had a shit ton to drink or whatever. She was just sloppy. And I think I didn't go out very long because I didn't want to leave my son with her all fucked up. So I maybe went out for like an hour or so. Come back, she's still trashed. Kind of out of it. And I'm trying to talk to her, make sure she's all right. Wasn't really talking to me, wasn't really making sense or anything like that. The next morning, she's still out of it. Nothing.
Wow.
She's talking, like not putting full words together and shit like that. And I got real scared, so I called my mom and her mom, and they said, well, just get her ass to the emergency room. So we do that. Well, she had to end up taking some X with her friends that was cut with rat poison.
Wow.
Oh,
bro.
So she had a
God.
brain aneurysm.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
So she's in there. I'm holding my son in the emergency room. And they're telling me like she has blood on her brain. She's bleeding in the brain. She might not make it.
Wow, dude.
You talk about being crushed, like
Yeah.
your legs buckling,
Yeah.
and like a semi-newborn
Yeah.
baby, first time father,
and don't know what the hell to do with the baby.
I'm freaking the fuck out,
Bro.
and just praying and praying. Well, they got it under control, and she made it through it. But she had to learn how to walk and talk and stuff like that again.
So you had to stick it out with her while
Stuck
she...
it out with her, and take care of my son while working and stuff. It was tough. When she came out of it, she talking and walking back to normal, I guess. But still to this day, I don't really feel like she's the same person from before. I feel like a lot has changed. But
Bro, cut it with rat poison.
yeah. And her friend had it too. She would end up in the hospital, but she wasn't nearly as in bad shape.
That's such a piece of shit move.
Yeah.
Just to cut it with something that could kill you.
Yeah.
Wow.
And me back then, I mean, I was still kind of scared of the harder drugs and shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
besides the Xanax came and gone with me, from selling the Vikes and Perks, I would take like maybe a 5 or 7.5 when I'm out drinking or start to go out drinking. That would help me because I feel like I'd take one and start drinking, then like I drank 12 instead of
Yeah.
2 or whatever. But I didn't get too deep in the pills yet. But even after the whole X scare with her and brain aneurysm, that didn't stop her from drinking and wanting to get high. So she would still drink and
While she's going through the therapy and...
got out of all of that, but then it was like back to
Right
where
back
she
to where she
was
left off.
as far as drinking and taking pills and shit.
Damn.
But wasn't for too long. I had no desire to drink or try to party with her because it was always a shit show. So I was just going out all the time. And she knew I was fucking around and stuff, so we bumped heads and I ended up saying fuck it and moved out. So I moved out, moved in with my brother. He had an apartment with him and his girl. Moved over there. I'm still working at the airline. I got moved to a third shift supervisor now because I'm doing so good at my job.
Been promoted.
Well, besides being promoted, I kind of promoted my boss on pills also.
Oh,
because
man.
besides the Vikes and Perks that I was getting, I would give her those. But then a buddy of mine, his dad had cancer and was getting Oxy 80s.
Oh.
You were her best
So
employee,
I
man.
threw the Oxy 80s into it.
Oh boy.
And me not knowing much about drugs and shit, I'm feeding her those. And I think back then I was getting them for like 10, 15 bucks
Yeah,
a piece
oh
or
my
something.
God.
And
That's cheap.
I was giving it because I already had this deal going with her. I'd give it to her for like 25 bucks.
Shit. You could have
I
probably
know.
jacked it up a little more.
We're getting there. So this was going on. Well, something happened with my dude's dad. Some of the prescription fucked up. And this is when I first got the first taste of her going through withdrawal. Because she got sick because she didn't have the oxys. I had to scramble to get her like the 5s or 10s just to get her through, to
Take
get her
that
back to
drop.
work. This is my boss.
Damn, bro.
So I'm doing what I got to do to get her to fucking work to cover my ass.
Yep.
So went through that a couple times. Then before long, I don't know if his father passed or what, but the fucking oxy connection
The well dried up.
dried up. So I'm like, oh fuck. So back to the 5, 10s and
Yeah.
all that.
She ever threatened, like, if you didn't get them for her, like,
No.
you could pull
No,
some
she was cool as
strings?
shit.
Okay.
Cool as all get out. The fucked up part, her husband was an aircraft mechanic. We all worked first shift, and I would never take nothing with me to work because we're at the airport. And I don't want to get caught with nothing or anything like that. So we had a plan, like every day or every other day, she'd act like she forgot her fucking coffee mug, and I would bring her coffee mug home with the pills inside, and her husband was just naive and didn't know.
None the wiser.
But always wondering where the money went and shit, and she would say she did this or that, but he had to know something was going on. So the oxy thing kind of dried up. My son's mother would get quite a few prescriptions, which that was one of my kind of connections that I would get shit for her or other people. So one day she calls me, and her best friend's at her house, and I come over and sit down because she knew I would pick up her prescriptions faithfully. And our best friend said, I got some pills. You think you can get rid of them? And I'm like, I can try. What are they? She said, they're morphine pills. So I didn't know. I know I've heard about morphine. You know, you get shot, they put it through IV or anything. But I
Yeah.
was like, morphine pills? Really? They got morphine pills? She was like, yeah. And this is so my son's mother is black. Her best friend is another black chick from the hood. Kind of not. Well, I would say crazy. She's crazy.
Okay.
Been through a lot of shit.
Fair
Used to be
enough.
a Black Panther chick and all crazy shit.
Oh wow.
So she ends up fucking this doctor downtown, and this doctor is prescribing her every milligram of morphine possible,
Wow, man.
full scripts.
Why
Good for
morphine?
her.
I have no fucking clue.
Why would you pick morphine of all the scripts?
I'm not sure. So she's like, she shows me I got 5, 10, 20, 40, 80, and 100s.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
Whole scripts. And I'm like, I don't know anybody who takes fucking morphine. Like, what am I supposed to do with it? She's like, you'll figure it out. Well, of course, a sample, we'll try it out. I can give it to my boss. And that starts a whole nother cycle.
The boss likes him.
Yeah, fuck yeah, because they're strong too. And to the point to where she doesn't even want the small pills anymore.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, meanwhile, all this is going on, I'm still getting really, really fucking good at my job. So she's sending me all over the country for work. Like I said, we had bases all over the Midwest. And I'm going filling in at bases, opening new bases, closing other bases. And I'm loving it. I travel for free. They're paying me per diem. I'm staying in these nice hotels.
Nice.
Free rental car.
Yeah.
So I'd work all day, jump in a rental car, go run around the city, go to bars, strip clubs, whatever.
Yeah.
How long do you do this? Like what period? Like a week or so at a time, then come back?
It all depends. Some usually about, I'd say at the minimum 3 or 4 days to a week. Maximum was about a month off and on.
Damn.
Like I've worked in Indianapolis, Louisville, Orlando, Houston, Denver, Chicago, St. Louis.
Damn.
Doesn't it kind of mess up her plug though if you're out of town?
That's what I'm getting to. So I would always try to get her together before I left out of town.
Yeah.
And usually that would be fine. Sometimes depending on when the lady would get the prescription, and my boss trying to do her job because I made her look wonderful because I was her go-to guy. When her boss called and said, hey, we need somebody here,
Mm-hmm.
I'd make her look
There you
great.
go. Yeah.
So she needs me to go do that for her to look good at work,
Yeah.
but she also needs me to get her together on the other hand.
Yeah.
So I remember the first time, I think I might have been in Indianapolis, she calls me like, I need something. I'm out. So I'm like, I don't know what you sent me to Indianapolis.
Honey, I'm 4
What
hours
do you want
away.
me to do? And she, well, just try to see what you can do. Well, I called the Black Panther chick, and
Yeah.
she's like, fuck no, I'm not dealing with nobody but you. Like, you can't send anybody over here, this and that. So my younger brother, who's a straight shooter, straight arrow guy, I got him a job with us also. So he's working with us. But he's a straight shooter. I convinced him somehow to go pick up a script of like Perk 10s or something to give to her. I was like, you have to go do this. This is for our boss. I feel like shit about doing it.
So you pick them up, fill them, and then take
No,
them?
I said, you got to go here, meet this person.
Dude, that's super sketch. If
Grab
I was your
this.
brother, I'd have been like, yeah, you got me messed
Well,
up, bud.
I don't want to say finesse, but, just trying to convince him, we got to make this happen for
Yeah.
our boss.
Yep.
So we can keep our jobs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he does that, and she gets by. I think it's about 2 or 3 months later, we run into almost the same situation. Except for I'm out of town. I want to say I was in Chicago. The Black Panther chick calls me. I got all this. Oh, no. I don't want to go there yet. So I got all these fucking prescriptions. And I didn't know a lot of people here in Columbus who fucked around with them. One of my buddies starts fucking with this girl from West Virginia. And she's a
boy.
pillhead already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I happened to bring it up, and I'm like, she was like, yeah, I can take, they're going for $1 milligram down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh boy, so that starts.
That's really escalated quickly
Oh,
from a
extremely
couple
fast.
perks and bikes to now we're going cross state lines and
$1 milligram.
$1 milligrams.
And so just because I didn't fully trust the chick, out of all the scripts I had, I would just cut them half, keep half, send her with half of everyone. She was real good at it at first.
They always are.
Oh yeah, and then till one time she comes back and
What happened was.
yeah, got robbed or misplaced a bag or
Yep.
yep. So I had to cut her off. You know, as much as I liked the money,
Yeah,
I just couldn't trust her
You knew
anymore.
it was gonna happen again.
And we were making a shit ton of money.
How big are these
Bullshit.
scripts you're talking about? Like
120.
So of everything.
Fuck.
That's knucking futz, brother.
The fucking 100 milligrams, I think I was giving to her for $25.
Damn.
Man.
It sounds about right. For that
Give it to
time.
her and then letting her do whatever the fuck she
Yeah.
wanted to do.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
it was a lot for
'Cause
being young.
morphine
And
was
I'm
cheap.
making
You're making good
I'm
money
making
already.
40, 50 grand at 25 years old at the airline,
Bro.
making money off my boss. Then a lot of the aircraft mechanics like to party,
Yeah.
do coke and smoke
Yeah.
weed. I'm
So you're
making money
living
there.
Doing all right.
I was doing great for 25 years old.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And not paying, well, I was paying rent after I moved out of my baby mom's crib, but
Man, bro.
it was good, but trust and believe I blew it
Yeah, we'll
all.
mess up a good thing
All.
so
Bars, strip clubs, clothes, shoes, cars, all that crazy shit. Didn't say, I regret it now. I wish I would have saved that money.
quick. Man.
So I cut the girl off who was going to West Virginia because I couldn't trust her anymore. I'm in Chicago. The Black Panther chick calls me. She said, I got all of the scripts in. I need you to come get them. I'm in Chicago. I can't do it. My boss is
Oh.
calling me. I'm out. I need some more.
Yeah.
Well, what I didn't know is my son's mother's mom, who was introduced me, and the friend who was getting them
Mhm.
were taking them also.
Mm.
Ew.
And I guess they were getting so fried on them. My son's grandma almost burnt the house down because she was cooking fucking oranges on the stove. And
Cooking
almost,
oranges on the stove?
yeah, like she would eat ashes out of the ashtray. Like I've never took morphine, so I don't fucking know.
Bro.
Just nodding out.
I
fucking...
just on
What are you cooking
another
oranges
planet.
yeah.
For? Fuck's she making?
I don't know. So they were dibbling dabbling them too, I guess.
From the same lady.
Well, it's my son's grandma and her best friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where I'm getting them from.
Yeah.
And they're taking them too, which I didn't know until the fucking house is on fire
Yeah.
one day. Well, I'm in Chicago. Boss needs some. Lady wants me to come get them. I can't. I'm in Chicago. I won't be back for another 4 or 5 days. Black Panther chick overdoses and dies
Whoa.
Wow.
on the morphine.
Damn, your meal ticket gone.
Everything.
Gone.
So that connection is dead, all that money. And this is about the
Wow.
same time I was cutting the other girl off from going to West
Oh,
Virginia.
dude, while you're in Chicago.
Yeah, while I'm in Chicago.
Bro.
And then my boss is fucking withdrawing and missing work to the point where she's about to get fired.
Fuck.
That came burning down quick.
Yeah, so I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I tried to finish everything in Chicago, get back, and end up getting her back to, like the smaller ones just to get her through.
So what happened with all the scripts from the girl? They're just missing in action now?
Well, I used to get most of them, but I think her son or whoever came in the house after she died, after they
Snatched
found
them
out
up.
she was
Took
overdosed,
it.
either took them all, flushed them, or
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
who knows.
That's painful.
And I damn sure didn't want to stick my nose in and
Hell
asking
no,
where the hell they're
yeah.
at.
Fuck no.
Yeah, that was wild. But I had a blast traveling though. That was
It's fun.
fun as hell.
It's fun.
Had some good stories. Indianapolis, going to a club, partying with like the Colts and Pacers players.
St. Elmo's. Did you hit St.
I think it was
Elmo's?
called the Vault. It was an old bank, and it actually had a big ass vault
Oh,
in the
that's
back
fun.
of it. It was sweet as fuck.
Really?
That was nice. Worked out in Denver, and there was like an open club. They had like shears as walls, like you walk in, like an indoor-outdoor
Yeah,
club. And there's a
yeah.
lot of Denver Nuggets players in there. That was cool.
Damn.
One time I was in St. Louis. I got there, and I would always ask people, whatever city I was in, I'd ask people like, "Hey, what's going on? Where to go?" There was this older black dude that was working with me, and he's like, "I got a son your age. Let me ask him any places that might be good to go or something." I said, "Yeah, let me know." So he's like, "All right, my son called me. He said, you got to go to this club in East St. Louis." I'm like, I thought that was not the best of neighborhoods. And he was like, "No," he said, it'll be all right. You got to go to this club. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I get off of work, go back to the hotel, get cleaned up, jump in a rental car, drive like, I think it was like 40, 45 minutes away from the hotel.
Damn.
And I turn around the corner to see the nightclub, and there's a fucking line like down the block. Like probably 150 people online.
Jesus.
And this is just a club. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
How you gonna get
I'm
in?
impatient. I hate waiting.
Yeah. How you
But I'm
gonna-
like, I already drove 45 minutes. I got to see what's
I'm
going
here,
on.
yeah.
So I wait in line. Mind you, I'm the only white dude there on East St. Louis. And back then, I had my hair braided. I used to have cornrows.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so I stood out like a sore thumb. So I get to the door, and the woman working there, it was so loud. And I said, how much to get in? I thought she said $4. So I pull out like a $5 bill. And she said, no, 40. So I'm like, $40? Like, what the fuck? So I'm like, I'm already, I waited in line. I
Yeah,
drove all
yeah.
this way, so I give it to her. So I walking around. It's kind of standing, there was a stage area where they were playing music and shit. And I'm drinking, and like 2 minutes later, Lil Boosie comes out, the rapper, and was performing. I was like, from me to you guys. From it was just random. I didn't know what was going on, but
That's wild.
that was a cool experience.
They're gonna say Nelly pulled up and
Yo, that would
that
have
was
been
like
dope.
Nelly time,
Boosie
too.
badass.
That would have been dope.
So then, what happens with the boss lady? She make it so she recovers, gets her system back up and going, where she's maintaining.
Yeah. Once I get back and try to get her whatever I can get at the time, to get her through, and that worked for a while. Now at this time, I meet a girl I grew up with at a bar. Well, I've known her growing up, but I hadn't seen her in a long time, and I run into her on her birthday at a bar, and we get together, start fucking around. And at this time, I'm still just drinking, maybe popping a couple pills here and there. She smoked weed, drank, and I think we both took some pills that night, the first night we hung out. But we ended up getting kind of serious. And I ended up moving in with her, and we were drinking a lot more, started taking a lot more pills, doing coke here now and then. Because, I mean, I used to, I guess, get rid of that too, but that was never my thing until I started dibbling with it a little bit. But the pill thing she really liked, so it seemed like that started being around a little bit more and more. Well, even if I had it,
Opiates?
yeah. And this is about, I think, when I first got introduced to 30s. So, and I had sold a few of them here and there when I could get a hold of them, but that even back then, like towards the beginning, it was still kind of scarce.
Yeah.
In the beginning. But she would get them. She had she was a server at Waffle House up in Polaris, and there was a chick she worked with who was in a biker gang that could get just about fucking anything. So she'd get a couple 30s, and if we went out on the weekend, she'd pop them or this and that. And I just remember her being high as fuck, like not like from a perk 5 or 10 high, like just zooted,
Blasted.
you know, your pupils like a pinhole, and not like a little bit of nodding, but not a whole lot. I didn't notice at first. So as we get more serious, I didn't realize how serious the pill thing for her was starting to get. Until I moved in with her. I moved out of my mom's house, moved in with her, and we're laying in bed one morning, and the fucking sheriff's banging on the door.
Ooh.
Eviction, you gotta go. So she's blowing all her money
On the pills.
Not paying the bills.
and not paying the bills,
This
and
news to
didn't tell
you.
me shit
Yeah.
about it. So it's, get your shit and get the fuck out.
Wow, that quick, man.
Oh.
So I'm like, Jesus Christ. So we pack
Thanks for the
everything
heads
up.
up.
Yeah, no shit. So pack everything up, put it in storage. End up staying with her sister, sleeping on her couch for a little bit. I lost my job at the airport because I'm
Oh.
drinking and partying and showing up late. Mind you, my brother works on my shift. So one day I'd have him clock me in sometimes,
Bud.
and got caught and got fired.
Did he get caught too?
No.
No.
So I lost my job.
Lost the sweet job.
My boss ended up losing her job as well.
Oh, no.
Whole
So that
system's
fell apart.
going down.
Yeah. And then moving with the girl, we lose the apartment, move in with her sister.
Damn, bro.
So I'm fucking jobless,
homeless.
homeless basically. I still had a car for the moment. She was still working, so I let her use the car and this and that. She lost her car, gets repoed. About a week or two after, mine gets repoed.
Oh, bud.
So it's just going downhill real fucking fast.
Real fast.
I'm trying to find a job. I can't find a job for shit. You know, I got good work history and everything. It's just almost impossible. So first instinct is fuck it, just go hustle. So this is when all the pill runs are going on.
Florida.
Yep. And I knew enough people that were going down. So I think the first time a buddy of mine trusted me enough to like front me a script,
Mm.
and I just took the money from that, and then instead of going to Florida, I would just buy whoever out was coming back instead of making the trip. And that was getting us by for a while. Stopped staying with her sister on the couch, and we were kind of just going from hotel to hotel, like
Brother.
weekly rooms, and just trapping.
Yeah.
She was working, and I was just trying to make whatever money I could. But as any drug or alcoholic or drug addict or alcoholic does is progress. I think she, up until the end, I think she was snorting about 8 or 10 30s a day.
Man, brother. It's a heck of a habit.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And
then
I'm not
you're-
a big opiate guy. I've never been a real big opiate guy. I could never even take a 5 or 10 or something unless I was drinking beer. But, I mean, she would just knock down these 30s like nothing.
God.
You know, she'd break it down, and I'd have her, just cut off a corner or something like that. You know what I mean? And that'd be
Right.
all right for me, and I'd feel
Yeah.
like I was gone.
Do a little 10.
Yeah, so I was doing it, but not nearly as much as she was.
You ever talk to her like, babe, you're eating up all the product, man.
She knew that, but it got to the point to where I think the need for it was just she didn't give a fuck,
Yeah.
She couldn't stop.
and I ended up getting a job. I met another girl on the side, and she was fucking around with pills too, and I was kind of cheating on my girl with her, but she had a car, was running me around, getting me back and forth to work, and I kind of got caught up. And my girl at the time found out, and she was like, well, just invite her over, bring her over here.
Damn.
So the other girl, goofy enough, comes over and ends up staying in the hotel room with us for weeks at a time.
What the
Wow,
fuck?
buddy.
Bad. It sounds fun, which it
No,
was
it
at
sounds
first.
like it does sound fun, but then like
Yeah,
the
Well,
girls
worse
you
because they're both
Disaster waiting
doing
to
Right.
pills,
happen.
and while I'm at work, they're ripping and running the fucking streets trying to get them.
Yeah.
However they can.
Disaster.
And
Just-
who knows how or whatever they're
Yeah.
fucking doing.
God, how long that lasts?
Maybe a month, 2 month and a half or something, and it just started getting too sketchy where stories ain't adding up and this and that, and I'm like, no.
So do you
This
abort
ain't
from
it.
both?
What's that?
You abort mission on both of them?
Well, I mean, at the time I loved my girl. The other one I cared for, but not like that. So I cut the other one off. Said fuck it. We couldn't afford the fucking hotel room anymore, so we had to go. So I remember I called my mom, like, Mom, you got to come get me. So she's always there for me. So she comes and gets me. I go back home, and my girl at the time goes back to live with her mom. Well, at this point, I know I can't get away with this at Mom's house because she's sober. She won't let alcohol in the house, let alone
Yeah.
me doing this.
Trapping it out.
Yeah. Which I still had no job at the time, so I would still do odds and end runs trying to middleman some shit to make some money, but it just wasn't getting by. I had a job at the time. I was working, I think, third shift quality assurance at some food manufacturing company out in Gahanna. But my girl just had no desire to give it up. So it just got worse and worse to the point to where I had to cut ties.
With her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because I just seen where it was going.
It's fucking out of control.
It's
Yeah.
like
out of
weighing
control.
you down big time now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially because, like I said, the opiates wasn't really my thing. I like to drink, and I would just do it occasionally, but it was tearing her up. And I'm still drinking at the time, and now that I got a job, I slowly started trying to go back out again, partying, trying to jump back into that lifestyle just because when you got money, you want to get right back to where you were.
Yeah.
And went on for a while, and I would end up bringing the other girl around again, dealing with her, and she was a Xanax head, so we started drinking and doing Xanax again.
God damn it. Didn't learn your lesson the first time?
No, and what got me in trouble one day, we were at Roosters, both of us with some other friends drinking. Went to another bar, and I think we snorted some Xanax bars. Get back to her house. We're fucking around. Pass out. And next thing I know, I wake up to her straddling over top of me, just slapping and punching the shit out of me.
Damn.
And went through my phone and seen some shit she didn't like.
Yeah.
And this girl ends up kicking me. We're upstairs in her apartment. She kicks me down the fucking stairs. Like, I tumbled down the stairs, hit my head on the wall. And we end up getting into it, and I put my hands on her, which I wasn't proud of. But I thought she was going to call the police on me after I did that. And she's like, no. I said, well, take me the fuck home. Or I said, I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. And she's like, well, no, you're not going anywhere unless it's with me. So she drives me all the way home to my mom's. Fine, mind you.
Yeah.
But as soon as we get home to my mom's, screaming and crying bloody murder,
Oh, she did that.
And then I'm in the drunk Xanax blackout. And my mom and my little sister are yelling at me. And I end up grabbing my little sister and slamming her.
Damn.
Oh,
Just
shit.
fucking
Hell of a
Xanax
blackout,
blackout.
yeah.
So cops show up. I go to jail for that.
What do you got, domestic?
That one was assault.
Damn.
Workhouse.
Yeah. Which I had the first time workhouse when I think I was 18, 19. My mom actually put me in jail because I was drinking and partying. My brother was, I think, a senior in high school. This is when I first got into drinking and partying with my son's mother. And we'd have these house parties, and just everybody showing up. And my brother wanted to tag along, but my mom wanted me to keep him out of it because he was still in high school.
Right.
But he ended up being with us one night. We're at a house party. And my son's mother and one of her friends get into it, drunk women arguing. And they start fighting.
Oh.
And then start fighting out in the street. Well, the cops show up to break it up. So it gets broken up. And the girls got a bright idea to go down to the park and try to fight again. So we all jumped. There's like fucking 15, 20 of us. Jump in the cars, go down to the park, think we're going to let them fight. So they fight the first time. And my son's mother kind of whooped on the girl. He gets broken up. The other girl calls her cousin, which he's from the south side. Nobody knew who he was, a little short guy. He pulls up, just sitting in the car the whole time. They get into it again, and the girl whoops on my son's mom pretty bad. Gets broken up. They're still talking shit. My son's mother's banging her shoes on this guy's car, talking shit to her friend. The guy's like, hey, bitch, quit banging your shoes on my motherfucking car.
Boy, yeah.
Wrong move to me
There
after
you
I've been
go,
drinking.
Yeah.
I said, who the fuck are you talking to? So I said, you get out, get your ass whooped too. So I open the fucking car door like I'm going to yank him out. And I'm on, the driver's side. My brother and my friends are standing in front. So as I'm opening the door, I go to grab him. He's reaching under his seat. They got like a fucking 40 caliber or something. It's coming out at me. Well, somebody yelled, gun, gun. So, my first instinct is I just jump and dove on him.
Yeah.
And like grabbed him, wrapped my hands around the gun, and had him like kind of over the seat of the front.
That's such an awkward wrestling match too, trying to do it
in a fucking
on
car.
top of somebody in the front seat of a car.
So while all this is going on, all my buddies know that he has a gun. And the only thing I can think of, I'm scared to death. If I let go of this guy's hand,
You're
you're gonna fucking kill me.
You're fucked.
So I got both hands on it, and I'm not letting go. And they jump in the back seat. They're beating the shit out of him, and they're telling, "Let go, let go." I'm in my mind, I'm not fucking letting him go.
Until I get this gun, that's it.
Because if he's got it, he's gonna. I knew he was gonna shoot me. So my one buddy, big football playing guy, jumps in the back, grabs his trigger finger, breaks it back to his wrist.
Ooh.
The fucking gun flies out of the passenger's side of the car. To this day, I could have swore this kid's car was turned off, dead stop.
Yeah.
Must have been God that saved him, because as soon as that gun flew out, he threw it in fucking drive and took off.
Damn, bro.
Well, I kind of fell out of the driver's seat, and he took off, and another guy picks up the gun and starts shooting at the car.
Oh, my. So
then we hear sirens and all this shit, so we jump in the car, everybody takes off. We go back to around the corner where our buddy's house we were all hanging out at, and I think I hid my car in the garage and all this. We're back like, man, that's crazy. And my one buddy's got the gun. I said, you gotta give me the gun. That's my gun now, because he tried to kill me with it and all this dumb shit.
Yeah.
So I'm looking around, I was like, where's my fucking brother at?
Oh.
He was still in the fucking back seat.
Of the guy's car.
Of the guy's car. Him and my other buddy was still in the back seat.
Brother.
So this guy takes off, and he's about to pull out onto Sullivan Avenue to try to wreck and tow the car and kill him. Luckily, the cops got him stopped, and got him out of the car.
Damn.
So they were all right that way. But Mom caught wind of this whole scenario.
Oh, I ain't flying with Mom.
Oh, no. I was old enough. I was 18, 19. I was able to leave to get away from it, but my brother couldn't.
Poor brother.
So she took it out on him. That was a whole fiasco, and they had like a physical altercation, and I came to save the day and kind of just grabbed my mom up. But that was my first charges ever. I ended up getting domestic violence and assault on my mom.
Damn. What a wild night.
Yeah, that was a crazy night.
Jeez.
Jesus.
So I'd been in jail then, and then once or twice with my son's mother, because she would get real fucking...
And just domestic.
Yeah.
Jeez.
She'd get real wild. I mean, baseball bats, lamps, knives, all
Lamps.
kinds of shit.
Fighting dirt.
Whatever you can think of.
Whatever's laying around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that went to jail once or twice with that. She went to jail once or twice. Got out. I got out of that situation. Oh shit. And then the girl I got the assault on when my sister was involved.
Mm.
I think that time was the most other times it was like a night or two in jail. The assault, I think I actually did like 10 days for that. Got out, I was still kind of fucking around with her. I got my first DUI with her. We had, there was a club up off Bethel Road. I forget what it was called. Somebody watching this gonna name it, but it was a dope club. We went up there, and I remember driving her car, drinking a shit ton in the club, and then snorting, I don't know how many lines of Xanax in the car.
Jesus.
We're fucking, me and her's having sex in the parking lot, in the car, and then somehow we decide to leave to drive all the way back to the west side, and I don't remember a goddamn bit of it. Last thing I remember is being pulled over on Georgesville Road and them yanking me out of the car. And I think I hit a guardrail or something then too, because her car was all tore up. But that was my first DUI. And that was when I was with the ex who was...
Yeah, and that's gotta be terrifying to wake up in jail and not know what the hell you did.
Yeah.
Because you could have
that
killed
was
somebody, you wouldn't even know.
I think that was my besides growing up, going to AA meetings and shit with my mom, not really knowing what was going on. Then that 10 days I spent in the workhouse, someone gave me a big book.
Yeah.
And I started reading it then in that 10 days. And then I felt like within the 10 days, it got, it was like mustard seed. It was planted, but still wasn't all the way there yet.
Yeah.
Got back out and got back to it. I'm trying to think where I'm at now. I had the job out at the doing quality assurance at the food processing company, making decent money. Still doing dumb shit though. I remember one of the first paychecks I got. We went out to the strip club, and I thought my money hit at midnight on the temp service. Still hit it, put it on the card. So I ran up this crazy bar tab at it was Cahoots over off of
God, Cahoots.
Henderson. And it's me, this girl, and my buddy, and we run it up, and they go to swipe it.
Shit doesn't go
Decline.
through.
And somehow I convinced the fucking bouncer that I was going out to get another card, and I told them just come on.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Fuck out of
So
here.
we ran off on that. Still doing dumb shit. Thought it was funny, which I've never from going having crazy money and never run out on the bill to that type of shit was just out of my character. But when you're drinking and doing dumb shit, it sounds fun.
When's life really start falling apart for you?
So, well, I've kind of always still maintained and kind of had my shit together.
Yeah, you've managed to dodge some bullets.
A lot
of bullets. Like,
I mean, different times I've been pulled over, had an ounce or two of coke on me, drunk, doing a field sobriety test while it's in my coat.
jeez.
By highway patrol. When I was working at the airport, I got pulled over. I had just got back from Montreal, Canada. Jumped in my car, got off at Sullivan Avenue, turned right, or where Central is, and then turned right on Sullivan. And they pulled me over because I'd been in Canada for a month, and I didn't renew my sticker. But it was weird because I had made a phone call letting somebody know I was coming back in town and I was supposed to go meet somebody. And I happened to get pulled over.
Mm.
And they pull me over and I see another cruiser show up, and another cruiser show
Oh,
up,
yeah.
and another
That's
cruiser
when you know
show
you're
up.
toast,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
The
And
second
And they
one
got
shows up.
canines out, and luckily I didn't have
You
shit.
just got back. So
just
you're-
got back and I
yeah.
didn't have shit. But then I was like, that was a ding
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
off. Like, okay,
Light
maybe I
bulb.
need to chill the fuck
Not
out.
a coincidence.
No.
Yeah.
And even about that time, I was still dibbling dabbling with coke here and there, just to look at it as like a party drug. I met, yeah, it was about the Canada time. I was in Montreal for a month. I went to fly back, got into Philadelphia. Weather was crazy bad. They canceled all the fucking flights. And I'm like, I had been here for a month. I want to get the fuck home.
Yeah.
I had been and drove to Pittsburgh and back, so I was like, that's 3.5 hours. Philadelphia can't be that much farther. Have my travel department book a rental car, and they're like, no, that's like a 9-hour drive.
Yeah, that's a long
I
drive.
think they gave me like a Chevy Cobalt SS or something when they first came out, and I just fucking floored it back to Columbus. And that's when my girl who was doing the 30s at the time, I was with her. I pull up to the parking lot at the bar to meet her, and I meet this other girl who introduced herself to me. Well, fast forward, after I break up with my girl, I end up getting with this new one. Now, we had fucked around for a little bit, and then had a break, and then I met her again. Well, in that break, she had gotten with a guy, had gotten on heroin,
Oh man.
was strung out. Her and her boyfriend was strung out on
boy.
heroin, stealing shit. I think he got locked up a couple times. And then she got pregnant somehow with this guy's kid, had the baby. He went to prison. So me and her get together. She had got clean. She was going to the methadone clinic, cleaning herself up for her son. So we get together, start fucking around, and wasn't too long for that, I move in with her out in Whitehall. And she was doing pretty good working, and she would drink with me from time to time.
You playing dad?
Yeah, immediately.
Yep.
Just kind of how I am,
Yep.
because I've always been there for my son.
Yep.
Playing dad, getting close, but it's still drinking and partying. And then I think maybe her birthday, like I said, certain occasions I'll do coke or get some coke just to have fun. Well, we started doing it, and then it started, just the occasion thing. Then to like twice a month.
Mm-hmm.
Then every Friday, and then every Friday and Saturday, and then you know how that goes.
Yep.
And that escalated. We were in Whitehall. I think we lived in Whitehall maybe a year and a half, and I went to jail 3 times in Whitehall.
Wow. For what? Just domestic shit?
One was domestic. One was, I think, an unpaid ticket or something. Yeah, it was a fine or unpaid ticket. These motherfuckers came through the front door. I was asleep on the couch
That's
with her
insane.
son
Yeah,
on my
Whitehall
chest.
don't play. Bro.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
They did not
insane.
want me there anymore. So I kind of got the.
Yeah.
That was the second time I went. They came in with her son on my chest, got me up and arrested me. I think that was over a bench warrant for unpaid
Yeah.
fine.
That's nuts, bro.
Then the icing on the cake, me and her had went out. She got her sister to watch her son. Me and her went out. We went to a bar or two. Then went to Rachel's strip club out there on Bryce Road when it was open. And we're having a good old time, sitting there blowing money and shit. Well, one of the dancers convinced her to go back to the back room so they can party or hang out or whatever. And I go to the bar and I order me a shot and a drink, I think it was. Or, yeah, beer and a shot. And I hand the chick at the bartender, I hand her $100. She gives me change back for like I gave her a 50.
Mm.
And I'm lit at this point, so I'm cussing her the fuck out and I end up tossing my beer bottle at her.
Oof.
I get choked out by the bouncer, thrown out, and I'm outside and I can't get a hold of her.
Your
She's in the
girl's
back
sitting there living
room.
her
So
best life, man.
we end up arguing and getting into it. Getting back home, arguing and cussing each other out. Shit in the house gets broke, so I fucking leave. Go stay the night at my mom's house. Wake up in the morning still with a pretty good buzz, or because of that and coke, just still
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
still going.
Oh yeah.
So I make it come back home and she's gone. Well, I'm still half lit, so I'm thinking, oh, well, she said fuck me and left or
Mhm.
whatever. So I took that as an invitation to keep drinking and getting fucked up. So I just kept drinking, and then about maybe noon, 1 o'clock, I said, "Oh well, I'm gonna go get some food around the corner at B Dubs in Town and Country." Um, Went down there, did not eat at all, just kept drinking. On the way back, I thought I was going through the drive-through just to grab some more beer to go home, and I thought when I was pulling in, I just clipped the concrete wall when I was pulling in. No, I took a whole wide left and ran to the side of the drive-through.
Are you talking about the one in Robinwood or whatever it is?
Right there by Broad and Yearling.
Mike's Drive. Oh, okay.
Broad and Yearling.
Damn, but I just
Ran
clipped
into
the whole
wall.
building.
Yeah, jump out, tried to tell them I wasn't driving, and it's just trash. So they take me to the Whitehall police station, and I'm just being an asshole, and they wouldn't let me piss. I ended up pissing all over their police computers in the holding room, and they didn't care for that too much.
Bet they didn't.
I refused to blow, so they took me to Mount Carmel East, strapped me down, and drew blood.
Yeah.
Which that didn't help anything.
That was probably way worse for you. Cocaine, pills,
alcohol, yeah.
Xanax.
And then on top of that, I go to jail for the DUI. I think go to court that Monday, get a bond for the DUI, get back to the workhouse. Then Whitehall comes out and starts with domestic violence and assault.
Damn, she charged after the fact?
Somewhere in between.
Wow, buddy.
Yeah, so that was getting bad. I get out, jail, go move back in with my mom. We had to get out of that apartment because I think, put out an eviction because of all the bullshit. So I think I got a fucking weekly room out in Grove City or something. But I was working at the time. So her and her son came out, stayed with me a little bit. And I ended up getting, I think maybe a week or two, and I ended up getting an apartment off of Sullivan Avenue, kind of by Westgate. Which the intention was just for it to be my place only and kind of leave the situation alone. But because I still cared about her and the son, like, come on.
Yep.
Well, that was just, and she liked to drink and party too, so it was just gasoline and fire. I mean, we took care of her son. Things were taken care of. He went to school, did good in school, but come to weekends or party nights. We had a lot of fun and had a lot of fucking problems also.
Yeah.
End up, I think we got evicted out of that place, partying, because we just threw house parties all the fucking time. I mean, it was a small little, like, double, but we'd pack as many people as we could in there on the weekend, yeah. Partying, and, of course, more and more coke. Probably not just weekends, a couple times during the week and shit, too. I had got a job, working at the body shop. My dad had got me a job a little bit before this, where he was working. First I started out detailing cars, and then I kind of quit, and then came back around, and they hired me as like an assistant manager for the body shop. So got really, really good at that, and I got promoted to manager, moved around a couple different shops. So, I mean, I was making damn good money again. Probably better money than I was at the airline. And this time, instead of having the hustle on the side too, it was just I was having the good money
just
doing it.
Just ingesting it all.
Yeah.
Damn, buddy.
So, I mean, of course, it escalated. Moved a couple times, and this is, I think, the start of it getting worse and worse. My drinking got worse instead of weekends, throughout the week, probably drinking at work, because the body shop, everybody drank it at the shop, so it wasn't a big deal. Like, you had to hide it or anything, so it was open. So most days, start drinking 2 or 3 o'clock at the shop, kill a case of Corona.
Damn, while you're working.
Yeah, and then after about 8 or 10 beers deep, it start knock some bumps or some lines back, and then once I get a good buzz, then I'm going to the bar. Probably stay out 1, 2, 3 o'clock at night.
You've just got this repetitive cycle. It's the same shit.
It's the same.
It is the same cycle every time.
And it's just thinking that I'm doing better career-wise, but not looking at the using aspect and the fucking money that I was spending. It's just ridiculous.
Because bars ain't cheap.
No,
cocaine ain't cheap.
No,
and I like drinking like good whiskey or scotch and bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, when you're doing blow, you can drink like a fucking fish. So just throwing money, and then I'm the type to buy everybody shots,
playing
and
the big
rounds,
shot, fucking.
blowing all kinds of money, and then think I was taking care of business or bills at home, shit getting paid late, or racking up 2 months late, 3 months late, getting an eviction notice, all that type of shit. Ends up just kind of spiraling out up until I would say February, where my drinking and partying, or let's say our drinking and partying, had got out of control. Because my drinking had gotten worse, and I was doing a shit ton of coke, and didn't know that besides her snorting it with me, she was freebasing it behind my back.
So she's smoking crack. Yeah.
Smoking crack.
It's a classy way to
Yeah,
call smoking crack.
behind my back.
Yeah.
And would get into my stash and steal it, replace it with baking soda, or
Oh.
stealing out of my wallet, stealing money. Got to a point one night I passed out. I was on a 2-day bender, came home from work, passed out. She had stole my car, my bank card, my phone.
bud.
Jesus.
Took off, took money, ended up getting some shit, wrecked my fucking car going the wrong way down the one way.
What'd she tell you when you wake up, when you notice the shit's gone?
I wake up, I say, what? Well, first I'm like, where the fuck is my phone? Oh, I don't know. Plays it off.
Yeah.
And she's, of course, fried because she already got herself
She's
together.
geeked out for
Yeah. And I'm like, where the fuck is my phone? I'm looking around. I grab her phone and call it, and it's ringing in her purse. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I grab it and just happened to go in there and check my bank account. I said, did you take money out of my fucking account? What are you talking about? She's playing it off. And then, I'm like, matter of fact, where's my fucking car at? Oh, I got to tell you something. Wrecked the car.
Wow.
Ugh.
You guys on all accounts, man.
Yeah. So just getting worse. And she would just get into this mode, being high or tweaking out. Like if I didn't give her what she wanted, she would try to scream and yell out the windows.
Oh, like you're beating the shit out of her or something.
Beating the shit out of her, or I'm a drug dealer, or
Yeah,
Woman.
it's so frustrating.
all this crazy shit. Like stealing jewelry from me. I had Rolexes, shit, stealing jewelry. Stealing guns and selling them or trading them.
God.
And it got to the point where it just started getting real ugly. And back in February, I can't go too much into it because I'm still going to court for it, but I got into it, and I went to jail in February, and I ended up doing 80 days. That was the longest time
Yeah.
It's a
I've
hole.
been in there.
Yeah.
What's
it's
a hole?
Good little stint.
In that fucking place.
This is just like
That
last February.
Shithole.
This
This past. Okay.
Yeah. So I got arrested on the 23rd. My sobriety date's 2/24/25,
Okay.
which was cool because when I was in the workhouse, this guy had this tattoo that said 224,
Mm.
and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And he was like, "Oh, it's for me and my girl. It's today, tomorrow, and forever."
Oh, okay.
So
Today.
224 is my
Yeah, I
sobriety
get it now.
date. So that's what I.
So
Interesting.
try
why
to stick
why
with
now though? Why was this the
So
final
my thing-
straw?
Like I said, I'm be tiptoe kind of.
Yeah,
be
Yeah,
careful,
yeah.
But
But be safe.
getting arrested in February, it was a felony.
Mm.
And I don't have any felonies. All my shit's been misdemeanor DUIs. Been charged with domestic violence. It's been
Petty.
put down to
Petty shit,
Yeah.
so to
um,
speak.
disorderly conduct, criminal
Yeah.
mischief. So nothing like that. But to wake up half sober
Yeah.
in jail facing a felony, thinking I might go to fucking prison.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? This is like that. Yeah, this shit is not worth it anymore.
Done.
That so-called idea of fun that I thought I was having, if it comes to the point to where I'm facing going to prison, fuck this.
Good for you, bro.
Yeah.
It was just like a
A lot of people
just
don't do
went
that,
off.
bro. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't do that. They just can't
I was
stop.
just convinced myself I got to do it better.
Yeah.
You know?
There's
Well,
I
something.
got to find the loophole.
It was
to-
just a multitude of things. Just going to jail, facing a felony, and even though, like I said, I was drinking and partying heavy, I had a 3-bedroom house. I had about 5 or 6 cars. I had 2 Doberman puppies at home. So I thought I was
Yeah.
doing
You're doing
good.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like, damn, I was waking up like I'm about to lose it all. Everything I've worked hard
All
for.
of it.
And I've lost it before. I've hit rock bottom several times and had to start over again.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, it was just like a fucking. It was just, I mean,
I said
God.
nothing left to give it.
No, it was just, and God was like shaking me, like, this is it, man.
So what'd you change? What'd you do? Like, what was the?
So immediately, in jail, I'm like, my first instinct, I'm fucking done drinking, partying, everything.
Yeah.
And then thinking, well, I'm in jail,
It's easy to
Like,
say.
yeah,
Yeah,
easy
it's
to say. I'm
Easy.
thinking that, and then until Suboxones are going crazy
Yeah, they are.
in jail. That
Yeah.
blew my fucking mind. That's something I never.
Which still baffles me that they give
Baffles
you
me.
Suboxone.
I think before I
jail.
left, somebody was selling strips for like $350 a piece.
God, I
at
thought
the
they just
workhouse.
give them to you.
Dude, see, when I went
In
in
the
like
workhouse?
12, 13, 14, that shit was not there.
No.
It was not there. Like, there were no drugs in the fucking jail. Like,
Well, there's shit there. I mean,
there were
people
no
still
cameras.
So that's what I did because people was getting high on spots, putting it in their fucking eye,
Yep.
diluting it in water and snoring it and all this and that. And I'm like, and this is the weird thing too, because I'm like, damn, being in there, being scared. Well, not so much scared because
It's a
Well,
scary
it's
place.
jail,
It's
bro.
jail, yeah.
You don't know what the
I was
fuck's
worried
gonna
about
happen?
what was going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
As far as
Going to jail,
Yeah.
prison, whatever. Yeah.
well, yeah. Well, I'm not going to get into certain details, but so there's drugs in there. Like people, still. Some guy had heroin. Some guy had some fatty.
God damn.
Some people have weed. Some people.
Where are these
it's-
tanks
it's-
when I went to jail,
No
dog?
shit.
Oh, they're
God
there. But
damn.
I'm telling you, I couldn't believe how much Suboxone there was.
Yeah.
That's insane. But it was like when I say it hit me, between people making hooch because I like alcohol, or having Suboxone and maybe getting a buzz, it just hit me that it's not going to be enough. The saying, one is too many, 1,000's never enough.
Yeah.
It just wasn't going to be enough in there, and that would just fucking frustrate me. You get started and you
And then
can't
well,
get
you
going.
can't get no
could
more.
get strung out too.
Well, yeah, and I've heard
And then you're
Suboxone withdrawals are horrible.
Yeah, and then you're
They're bad.
fucked. So you don't want that.
No. So I just kind of made up my mind. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I did see a lot of people doing this. Suboxone was kind of triggering, just something to pass time
Yeah,
or
and
do
they
this
looking
and
like they
that.
feeling good. and-
Yeah, but then I'm like, nah, man, this ain't fucking worth it. And I came into jail with a decent amount of money. I'm like, I don't want to fucking run through
Go
all
out
my
broke.
money and not
Yeah,
have.
right.
I don't know how long I'm going to be in here. Run through
Yeah.
all my money. Fuck buying
I
drugs.
need to eat.
Yeah, I want to eat good while I'm in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So I made my mind up on that. They had someone from the, I'm gonna mess this up. Is it DRC or
ODOC.
RRC, Rapid Resource Center at Jackson Pike?
Okay.
Come and talk to me
Okay.
because I guess I was obviously intoxicated when I came in, and asked me, if I was interested in getting help and whatnot.
Okay.
And I said yeah, and then they asked me if I was interested in the Vivitrol shot.
Good choice.
So at first I'm like, I'm not big on medications and shit, but I'm like, yeah, I'd made my mind up.
Vivitrol's-
I'm done
Vivitrol's
drinking. So I
good.
said, yeah, let's fucking do it. So I got it, and then they hooked me up with the Pathways program in jail, which is kind of like a drug and alcohol course or a class to go to. It was 3 times a week. Monday,
They got
Wednesday,
that shit in the
Friday.
workhouse?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah,
What
no,
the
I remember
fuck?
I couldn't even get to a meeting.
I know. You'd
there.
kite. You read a kite
Yeah,
every
I'd
day,
kite all the
and you couldn't get
time.
to a fucking meeting.
Yeah, some things have changed because, I mean, some people blew it off when they heard the Pathways shit. And, of course, I got a lot of shit in the tank because they thought I was a cop or something. As much
Yeah.
time that I'm going in and
Right.
out of the tank.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
plus my pro visits with the
Yeah.
attorney and all
Attorney.
that bullshit. So while I was in Jackson Pike, the Pathways program, like I said, we went 3 days a week, but they were connected to base camp. Are you guys familiar with base camp?
Yeah.
So they talked about, people once you get sentenced, you could go get sentenced to base camp or go to base camp. I was actually allowed to bond out to base camp.
Oh.
So
Interesting.
that,
Yeah.
I mean, that helped me out tremendously.
What was your bond looking like?
Well, so when I first went to jail and got arraigned, it was 100,000,
Oh.
Damn.
Okay.
which I'm like, geez Louise. I was like, but
Wow.
okay, that's kind of
10
doable.
mans.
But they're like, don't bond out. They said, wait 7 to 10 days because if you bond out and get indicted, you'll have to go
Come right
back.
back, yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'll just wait. So I wait 7 to 10 days. go back to court, and they upped it to $500,000.
Oh,
Okay, so we're talking serious
Yeah.
shit here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's-
I understand why you don't want to talk about it.
So, and they wanted like 50. The bail bonds wanted 53 grand to get me out.
Jesus.
I'm assuming you don't have that, right?
Not 53
I
grand laying
mean,
around.
Yeah. Fuck no.
But which God works in mysterious ways, because I know He knew I was serious this time. I made my mind up, and obviously, I mean, like all people do when they go to jail, start praying a lot more.
Yeah.
But I mean, I truly felt it like an awakening experience. And I started reading the Bible when I was in there. I mean, I grew up in and out of church, but I started reading the Bible a lot. And out of boredom, trying to find something to read one day, I came across the Big Book while I was in there. And just took all of it and read it front to back while I'm going to Pathways and doing AA meetings at Jackson Pike.
Damn.
And for whatever, like the little bits, going to AA meetings as a kid and Al-Anon with my mom
It all
and
just
all
kinda,
these
like,
little
full
things and all
circle.
these sayings I've heard my whole entire life from my mom, and things how she's tried to live her life, like instead of it going in one ear out the other, it was
It's kinda
planted
different
somewhere,
now.
but it's hitting. Everything's hitting differently now, and I was just enjoying the Pathways program, and I was just looking at everything in a new light. So, like I said, I was lucky enough to get bonded out to base camp. So I get bonded out to base camp and start there, and I had to go to a sober living house, which is completely, out of the normal for me. I just, what do you mean I got to live in a house with 5 other guys?
Yeah, and
and
have a curfew. And,
all curfew, well, the first 30 days blackout, so you
Yeah.
can't do anything
Can't
but
do
group
shit.
all day and then A meetings at night. But once I started, I didn't think it was that bad. I enjoyed going to the meetings because
really
I actually
not.
gave a fuck this time
Yeah.
and was taking something away from it. And
Well, because you know it's going to lead to better things.
absolutely, because the effort that I'm putting into it, and doing the right thing and maintaining focus on sobriety, taking it one day at a time, 1 second at a time, and getting through everything. Between my faith, my higher power, which is God, my faith in Him, and my sobriety, I don't feel so much worried, say, about court or, they say economic insecurity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was able to get my job back running the body shop, and I make pretty good money. But now I fully get to enjoy the money I
the
make.
perks of your money.
Quite the raise.
Yeah.
Instead of blowing,
Quite the
no
raise.
shit. It's like making double almost
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But I will say the Vivitrol shot is a fucking life changer.
It is the miracle.
Dude, it's the best.
Fucking
shot.
life
Like,
changer.
I would
Best.
sing for the mountaintops. I was on
Yeah.
that for 2 years.
I mean, as much as
was too.
Yeah.
as much as I would love a fucking ice cold Corona, like that was my shit. I could give a fuck less about it now.
But it's so much better than Sublocade, Suboxone, Methadone.
I've heard nightmare stories about those.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
the
all-
my
But
big,
they're all
Vivitrol
addicting.
is available and it's not addicting.
Yeah.
my biggest complaint about Vivitrol is having
just
a knot
hurts.
in my
They
ass
pop-
cheek.
yeah, for the next
It's
day or
like a
two.
sandy, fucking gross.
Yeah.
Ugh,
It's the
it hurts.
thickest liquid.
I
you've
have
ever
no
seen.
ass at all.
I
So
don't have
you
much
can
one either.
imagine that motherfucker going in that giant
I'm
ass
just
needle
watching
going
them
in my
load it up.
ass.
I'm like,
yeah.
you're doing that? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that, bro?
Yeah, and I was never a doctor person, definitely not a shot person ever. So I started getting it in Jackson Pike. They offered
Yeah,
the MAT
yeah.
program.
Yep.
So I started getting Jackson Pike, which helped. Which there's not much alcohol that I would like available, but I
Yeah.
made my mind up.
Well, it
Like, let
helps
me try this cravings and stuff.
Cravings is
So
wonderful
between the full detox from being in there for so long and getting all of that shit out of my system and the Vivitrol, by the time I got out of jail with completely detoxed, having the Vivitrol, going to the Pathways groups, it was like a breath of fresh air, literally, after coming out of jail.
I cannot
In like a new
imagine.
fucking life. Like, I try to tell people, I've been drinking, say I'm 41, I've been drinking for at least 21 years, 22 years. The fog that goes away,
Yeah.
the way that you think and feel,
It's wild, isn't it?
it's like self-inflicted. When you're drinking, it's self-inflicted depression. I don't fucking miss it at all. The biggest thing, I don't miss waking up hungover.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Or them 2-day benders, and that after the third day, that hangover's the fucking worst.
I ask everybody the same question. What would you tell you or somebody who's out there still struggling right now?
if anyone gives you advice, take what you want from it. You don't have to pay attention to everything someone tries to tell you about getting sober, what their life is like. When someone's sober, it's not so much that they're bragging and saying that they're better. It's just that they're explaining to someone else how much better their life has become since they've decided to get sober.
Sharing their experience.
Experience, strength, and hope.
Yep.
I think everybody deals with their own issues or childhood trauma. I mean, being in the program between AA and going to base camp, there's a lot of stories out there where you could kind of, I mean, us being alcoholics and addicts, you seem like it seems like it would be justified to drink and use because some of the stories you would hear.
Yeah.
And people do self-medicate. There is another life outside of the drinking and drinking and using. It's not the answer. It was just
It's
a temporary.
It's hell,
Yeah.
dude.
And it is hell.
And it's a life you would have like never picked for yourself. It's so much better than what you would have.
No,
like,
you don't
picked.
grow up and say, I'm going to be a drug addict when I grow up.
I don't think anybody does.
No.
To me, and this is how sick the disease is because even for me, all the way up until I got in trouble this last time, I still looked at it as fun and partying and not looking at it like, okay, you're a fucking alcoholic and a drug addict. Because you lie to yourself, you're in denial.
Right.
And whether you function or not, and the shit takes a toll on your body.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
It
I'm
does.
fucking 23 again now that I stopped drinking.
I
I've
know.
gained weight,
Yeah.
healthy weight. My body feels better now. If I can just quit smoking cigarettes, I'd be all right.
Yeah, it's the
But
struggle with that.
One thing at a time.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, they told me too after I got out of jail, which I don't know if it's true or not. They said you shouldn't quit everything all at once. You're more likely to relapse if you quit everything at
One
once.
thing at a time.
I
Yeah.
can buy that.
I could too.
Yeah, I can buy
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But
Dude.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah, your story
Absolutely
is
wild.
fucking insane. And the bullets you dodge and the fact that you're sitting here.
I'm very blessed to be here, and I definitely think God had a plan for me this entire time, and that I just had to go through everything that I went through for my experience, strength, and hope. And now my goal is to try to help as many people as I can.
Keep doing the right thing.
I mean, like I said, I run a body shop. I buy and sell cars also. A lot of guys in the program I try to get vehicles for now. Try to help them get on their feet because I've
Yeah.
been there from the bottom.
Because
Starting
they don't
over.
know how the fuck to do that.
No.
Yeah.
And I don't have a car lot, but I'm kind of the car lot for them. You know, I let them make me pay no set payments or anything like that. Give me what you can when you can. I'll work with you because life is hard.
Life is hard sometimes.
And just because you get sober doesn't mean you're going to hit the lottery. Doesn't mean
Nope.
that
Sure fucking doesn't.
bills are going to get cheaper. Gas
Nope.
is going to get cheaper. So, I mean,
I wish it did.
and I love seeing. I just love seeing people that take sobriety seriously.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that light back in people's faces,
dude.
man. It's a beautiful thing.
And it's nice now too, because when I was first started the program, they require you to have so many AA meetings, per week or whatnot.
No, you want to go.
I stayed in sober living only for 2 months, and then moved out and got my own apartment, where I'm not required to do meetings, but I do them. It's nice to do them now for me when I need them.
Well, they're yielding positive results.
Yeah.
So why the fuck would you stop?
No, I mean, and I can feel it now. I try to be aware of if I'm in a mood or take care of my hungry, angry, lonely, tired. And try to get to a meeting to get a little bit of insight and even to the people still out there battling, like I said, you don't have to take everything that's said into your mind or heart. Just take bits and pieces or what you want, and because that's what I do at the meetings.
Take what you
Not
can
everything-
use
yeah, not
and
everything's for
leave
it.
the rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, I'm loving my sobriety journey. I have, let's see, today is,
So come up on
I have 8
9?
months today,
Okay,
8 months today.
8 months today.
Congrats, man.
Bravo.
and like I said, sobriety's 2/24, so that's today, tomorrow, and
Today is
forever.
the 24th. Yeah.
I love it.
24.
Thanks
I
for
like it.
coming on, man.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks,
for
brother.
having me. I know
Appreciate
it was
you,
kind
man.
of last minute. I didn't feel like I was prepared at all.
No.
I
God bless
I
you for
winged
doing
it.
it.
You
Yeah.
crushed
best I
it.
could.
You
God
crushed
bless
it.
you for doing
You
it.
crushed it.
Yeah, it was good.
So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Bam.